Maddie, he's got a podcast.
That's not a podcast. This is the podcast. So let's get the conversation started. Hello and welcome to LexiCon. It is Maddie.
Lexi.
Dylan.
Today we're going to be watching one of my all-time favorite movies, or at least one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. Definitely one of my favorite 80s movies. The legendary Crocodile Dundee. Released September 26, 1986, 35 years ago to the day this podcast drops.
Facts.
You guys watched it, not really for the first time. I know y'all saw it when you were younger, but for the first time in a long time. For the first time that you actually paid attention to it, just the other night.
Facts.
I've seen it ad infinitum times. Like I say, it was on heavy rotation in my household. I've still got my VHS copy, and not a pre-recorded VHS copy, but like a homemade one, like we had recorded off cable, or because we didn't even have cable in '86, so it's probably from VCR to VCR.
Nice.
Of course, we're watching it today on Amazon Prime. If you're going to watch along with us, we'll give you a countdown. We're all zeroed out, so as soon as we say play and we all press play together, the movie will start. So make sure whatever you're watching on, you get past any FBI warnings or advertisements or anything else that's going to come up. So we're straight into the movie with the Paramount logo coming up. It's probably the first thing we see. I'll try to give you another time cue early on, but I've been sort of hit or miss with those, so we'll see how it goes.
Alright.
And I don't have much else to say. I'm going to save it all for the movie. We got an hour and 37 minutes of movie ahead of us. Technically an hour and 37 and 22 seconds, but I don't know that we'll get all the way through the credits.
Facts.
Does anybody have anything they want to put in before we actually get the show started? I mean, the show started, but the movie started.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Alright, so as usual, we're going to go 3, 2, 1, and when I say play, we will play, and anybody who's watching along with us can play, and if you're not watching along, hopefully we'll give you enough entertainment to keep you entertained without it. That's always the goal. So with that said, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, play. And yes, the Paramount logo begins. Rated PG-13, alcohol use, foul language, sexual content, smoking, substance use, violence.
Very
Violence.
interesting. The mountain
Not
and
violence.
the just show up there.
It's annoying to me this is a Paramount movie, but it's not available on Paramount Plus.
I'm sorry.
New York City.
Maybe it had... Wait, I guess this is
New
always a
York.
Paramount movie?
Yeah, it was a Paramount movie. Well, I mean, I maybe when it was... I'm sure it was produced by another company, but...
Yeah.
Through the auspice... It may have been produced and then Paramount bought it or just distributed it, but yeah, it was always distributed by Paramount.
Yeah.
It's not something they acquire. It's not like when Disney got Sony, and so now you see Disney or got Fox, and you see Disney.
If
at the beginning
Disney
of
gets Sony,
movies.
we've got a problem.
No, we don't. Because then we'll have Spider-Man movies on Disney Plus.
I mean, yeah. Sony's a big
Oh, look, Sydney Opera House in the background. So she's clearly in Australia.
lol.
Someone was attacked by a crocodile. Bit his leg right off.
Totally.
So he stitched it back on it. No.
Right off.
Okay, how do we like the flannel-looking shirt with the blue tie?
I mean, I think listeners of this podcast know
What is
how
on
I
her
feel
shirt?
about
Are those
flannel.
TVs on her shirt?
I wasn't sure.
I'm pretty sure there's... It may not be all TVs. There might be a piano up on her left breast.
I'm not sure.
But it's definitely a TV on her sleeve.
Nice.
That's Linda Kozlowski. She was Paul Hogan's wife, if not at the time they recorded, at least quickly after the movies they got together. I think they're divorced now, but they were together for a good long time.
I was reading about them May 90s, I think.
Okay. That's in the movie. That's her current boyfriend, who's also a reporter like her.
Yes.
Rimfire Films. Never heard of that.
Me neither.
Neither have I.
Wow, where'd that helicopter come from? It was like
It came
magic.
from the mountain.
Lol.
There's a secret base under the mountain.
Probably.
Paul Hogan, the impresario behind the movies, the titular Crocodile Dundee. There's a new movie, or at least from the last couple of years, that's sort of a not a true life story, but it's sort of, a mockumentary kind of thing
Yeah.
about him not being able to get out from under having played Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah, just now on the title thing, it has the quotes around crocodile.
Uh-huh.
I was reading that's only the North American version.
Interesting.
They did it because they were worried that people thought it would be an actual crocodile.
So,
So international though, they don't use the quotes.
What
They're
I'm
like,
hearing-
we're all smart enough to realize it's
what
not
I'm
a
hearing
crocodile.
is, in other versions, he is an actual crocodile.
What I'm hearing is somebody thinks North Americans are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't disagree, but...
Wally with the neckerchief.
I'm saying if they ever remade these movies, him.
There was a... Do you remember there was that spoof about remaking it with Chris Hemsworth in the
No, I
Crocodile?
don't.
I don't think it was a remake. I think it was supposed to be like a sequel with him playing like Crocodile's son grown up or something. It was like during the Super Bowl or something. They did.
Oh, yeah,
it
yeah.
looked like it was a real movie ad, and it turned out it was for like a travel agency or
Yeah.
something. damn, it looked good. I would have watched that movie.
I'm just saying that guy, if they ever, like, did a reboot, anything like that, and needed to cast somebody for that role, I'm just thinking the guy from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Martin Freeman?
Yes.
He's not Australian.
I know, but, like, they give me the same vibes.
I think
I'm sure he could do an Australian accent.
character's name is Walter Riley.
Uh-huh.
He kind of looks like the really old version of Walter Flanagan from The Secret Stash.
Uh-huh.
In Comic Book Man and many of Kevin's movies.
Nice.
So I'm thinking if they redo it, Walter should play it.
Nice.
He doesn't need to put on an Australian accent. He can just be his American friend who's running the tours.
I heard...
An American expatriate. And
what's her name? Rebel Wilson?
Uh-huh.
I heard that she'd love for there to be a reboot, but she wants to play Crocodile Dundee. But Paul Hogan wasn't for the idea of Crocodile Dundee being female. I was reading about the movie the other day, and that came up.
I think it's one of those that it'd be hard to remake it.
Yeah.
I think you could do a sequel. It would be the fourth one now, but again with his son or with a new. But I mean, I think the idea of trying to remake it is just so iconic. You know, it's one of those that I'm not saying you couldn't, but
I think it would probably be fitting if they made something where it was his son or something now.
Yeah.
That seems to be a trend.
Yeah. They'll bring back a lot of movies from the 80s these days.
I see a few different product placement ads here in the background. Brisbane Bitter and the Fosters up there. That was a big ad campaign, not around this time, like in the mid-90s.
Uh-huh.
Fosters, Australian for beer. And I remember there was an Australian actress on a talk show once, and they asked her, is that real Australian for beer? And she like poo-pooed that, said, oh no, it'd probably be this or that. But judging by this, I guess it was popular in Australia, since it's going to be all over this movie when they're in Australia.
Nice.
I guess it's one of those things where, like, if you're in America, it's like, do you like Coors or Budweiser better, you know?
Yeah.
But there's a lot, I mean, a lot of the product placement is going to be once they're in New York City and you're in, like, Times Square. And
Of
as far as I know,
course.
that's pretty true to Times Square.
I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly.
But it is interesting seeing some of the brands there. We'll point that out when we get there. But there's a lot of Fosters in the background when they're in Australia. I never noticed that before because I'd never seen those Foster's Australian for beer commercials.
Yeah.
When I used to watch this movie.
Nice. And I'm pretty sure later on in New York City in Times Square, there's a giant billboard for the company that makes the coffee I'm currently drinking. A.k.a.
Yeah,
Coca-Cola.
But I think that's pretty accurate to Times Square.
Yes.
See, look, we got the Foster's koozies.
They're playing pool.
Kick him in the nuts. He'll drop that beer.
At least that guy's playing
Lol.
pool.
Actually, he's just watching. Okay, there. No, watching again.
Huh.
It's an interesting tie on that gentleman in the background. Did you see that big wide yellow tie?
No, I didn't notice it.
Can we read the graffiti back there on the wall?
I doubt it. I couldn't even read the advertisement, so...
Selling the Legend of Crocodile Dundee. When I was a kid, I remember one of my friends wanted to point out to me after a while. I don't even think this was somebody who was a close friend of mine, but somebody we hung out with occasionally.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of the main group. It's like, oh yeah, I saw Paul Hogan on a talk show. He's not even an Australian. He showed he didn't really get his leg bit and everything. And I'm thinking like, I know he didn't really get his leg bit. It's a fucking movie. Are you an idiot? But he is really Australian too, and he really does talk with an Australian accent. So that's really stupid. But I'm like,
Oh, God.
what are you trying to sell me on? I get it. It's a fucking movie. Did you think it was real? And did you get like hurt? Were you sad to learn it was all fiction? I mean, come on.
Okay, it's time to film this movie. Let's get a crocodile to come bite my leg.
That's real method acting. No, I gotta have a crocodile bite my leg. I need the real scars. I don't, no makeup.
Oh gosh, that was making me think of the character from Undertale. Thinking anime is real.
But anime is real, right?
Of course.
The knife comes flying in, the iconic knife.
The knife.
In our first
That's a lot of pool
introduction to...
balls.
What?
That's a lot of pool balls. Are there like 9?
I don't know.
It's like 10 on there.
I wasn't counting.
I don't know.
I wasn't either.
Moist.
Making a suffocator belly up to the bar.
Yeah. I also read that every...
That's a large feather in his cap.
Yeah.
It
That
is-
every gator in this movie is real except for the one that we see attack her later
They're
on.
not gators.
You know what I meant. I was
Wow.
thinking gators for some
Wha-
reason.
What is he, Alligator Dundee?
Yup.
Do they even have alligators in
I
Australia?
don't know.
I have no idea. You think I go to
I don't
Australia?
have much information on gators and
There's a
crocodiles.
lot of makeup on her face. I don't know if it just shows up more because now we have high def television.
Uh-huh.
But wow, you can really. I'm not even talking about the lipstick, just the makeup on her face. It really stands out.
I feel as though I'm too blind for this.
No, I'm not being critical. I'm just.
I failed.
I like the vest, of course. I'm a vest man.
Yes, you are.
Not because of the Crocodile Dundee.
Are you sure?
Why are you a vest?
Cyril the
though?
Gator.
Well, subconsciously, you're inspired by Crocodile Dundee.
I don't think so. Because most of the time he's got a shirt on under his vest, and I don't tend to wear sleeves under my vest.
You don't like sleeves. You are literally not wearing
Who
sleeves
does like
right now.
sleeves? Okay, also,
I like sleeves.
throughout the things...
Wait, notice. Boots, muddy shoes, and frogs not permitted in the bar.
Oh, why not frogs?
There's the crocodile bite.
I have questions
don't like
about
frogs.
frogs. We do not
What
accept
are
this frog
frogs?
slander.
I saw a Jim Beam sign in the background. I don't know if that really qualifies as product placement or it's just ambiance.
Yes. All of the above.
Guy with a little, let go, Mick.
Yeah.
And these guys are going to come back in later in the famous poacher scene. Ironic since they're, well, I don't know if they're technically poachers since when they're hunting the kangaroos, according to Mick, it's not illegal,
Mm-hmm.
but doesn't mean it's nice.
Nice.
Yeah. So you know, I believe it's either North Carolina or South Carolina. It's like one of the three places where you can legally own a kangaroo.
I think you mentioned this on a previous episode.
Probably. It's like the one interesting fact I have about kangaroos.
Look, I'm still scarred from
They all
going
have Foster's
TikTok.
koozies. There's a Foster sign behind Mick's head above the steer horns. There's another Foster sign over these guys' shoulder. Definitely got to deal with Fosters.
Nice.
Unless it
Definitely.
just really is Australian for beer and that young lady was incorrect. Or maybe it changed. Maybe like in the 80s it was Australian for beer and in the 90s something else started to take over.
You asked if Australia
Another
had...
Foster sign. Another Foster sign behind the bar. Oh my god, how many Foster signs are there?
You asked if Australia
Well,
has
it's got, like-
gators. There are no gators native to Australia, but apparently at some point in time they did find a gator there. That's what I got.
Flew on a plane in a trench coat and a hat.
Yep.
Are you a gator, sir? No, why would you think that? You just have to check.
I remember an Octonauts episode where they had to save a crocodile in the ocean.
Alright,
Wow.
Mick's finally gonna get
That's how I learned crocodiles.
Donk to drop
Are in
his
the
beer.
ocean.
But you wonder why he finally thought about doing it tonight.
Who knows?
If this is a regular occurrence.
Who knows?
He's gonna figure he's gonna punch him and smooch.
Got him to drop the bear though.
Fact.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just saying if this is a regular occurrence, why did it take Mick so long to think of that?
Okay, sometimes you don't think of things.
I mean, yeah.
I think you should start rocking a neckerchief like that, Dill. I think it'd be a good look for you.
Nah.
I don't know. I'd have to see that.
Wow. Those trees do not have many leaves.
It's Australia.
Why'd you have to whisper that?
I don't know. I felt like it, damn it. But still, it's Australia. What did you expect?
Trees with
You think there's
slightly
no
more
leaves in Australia?
No, I know they're all because of the animals that live there.
See, it's down under, so the trees are upside down, so the leaves are in the ground.
No.
Why wouldn't there be leaves on the trees?
Because I'm saying, when you look at pictures and stuff, this sort of area, you don't see a whole lot of leaves on the trees. The real bushy trees and whatnot are more like where they've made it look all pretty, like in Sydney and stuff. You know?
What's the attractiveness of Sydney have to do with anything? Who is Sydney even?
Hate this.
Caesar walks by, trees grow more leaves.
Yup.
Sydney the Siren?
Nice sunshine.
Burbs.
Bubs.
Bulbs. Now those trees have a good pair of leaves.
Facts.
I
Seems
do-
to be no water. What?
No, go ahead. There's
I
a lot of
just said-
burbs for you.
I like the bubs. What kind of bubs do you think they were?
Suburbs.
Lol.
I like Nick still here. He was married once, sort of. Went for a walk. He came back. She was gone. And he found out the walk was 2 months long.
And walkabout.
Hi, cat.
There's no cat on the screen.
No, there's a cat in the studio again. And not Gaba's cat.
Oh, that cat over there. I didn't see her.
Yeah, she was just like staring at me
okay,
through the
I'm
mic
sorry.
stand.
It was 18 months, not 2.
That's a difference.
That's right. Nick says a couple months, and then Wally clarifies 18.
That's definitely a
It's
difference.
almost 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd wait that long.
Would ya?
Yeah, because I'd be in the same place.
Here's another one of the iconic crocodile moments, and the water buffalo blocks the way, and he's going to charm him.
I cast Charm Animal.
And he just sort of gives them the I love you sign and hums a bit.
Lol.
Look, humming can make any animal love you.
Can it, though?
It looks like he wants a kiss.
Are you trying to do it to your cat?
She's not even looking at you. She's got to be looking at you.
Hey, Taylor.
Okay, I take it back. It's the hang loose sign. Well, wait a
Chill
minute.
out.
Wait, now he's got his. Okay. When he first did it, he just had his thumb and his pinky out like the hang loose sign.
Uh-huh.
But then it looked like he had his index finger sticking out more like the I love you sign.
Mm-hmm.
And now I can't tell because we're just staring into his eyes. See, look, he's got his he's switching what he's got. Oh man, he's not even doing the same hand signal the whole time.
He's staring
Wow.
deep into his soul.
So I'm not sure what good this is going to do because now it looks like the water buffalo's asleep covering the road.
Well, now it's easier to run over.
I don't think he's going to run over it. But there's a lot of space for him to go around it either.
He's going to show
The water buffalo, his name is Charlie.
the cannon.
The actor or in the show, in the movie.
The water buffalo.
Yeah, no, I know you meant the water buffalo, but in real life it's Charlie, or
Yes.
that's his canon name for in the
Yes,
movie.
his name was Charlie.
Okay.
He's dead now, but there's a taxidermy, like he's been, all that, on display somewhere in Australia.
Yeah, well, this was 35 years ago. How long
Now
did the
those
water
tweets
buffalo
have
live?
lollies.
That I
back
don't
then.
know yet.
Why has she got a
Gonna
flower?
find out.
She's literally just holding wait. Yeah, she's holding a flower. Wait, crocodile coming up. Crocodile.
That's some nice water.
Why does she freak out over the crocodile? It's like way over on the bank, and they're in a motorboat.
Because crocodiles.
It's like, oh no, he's going to get his boat to chase us down. It's crocodile vice.
Speedboat.
A domesticated water buffalo
I didn't know there was such a thing.
can live about 40 years.
So yeah, they were
Yeah.
still alive. They'd had to have been real young in this one.
Yes.
Maybe just a baby. Just a baby.
Crocodile speedboat with sunglasses.
And a white blazer.
Oh gosh.
Draw it now.
Let's try and read more about Charlie.
Charlie.
Yeah.
I like Mick's little game here. He looked at Wally's watch, and then he looks up at the sun. He's like, it's 2 o'clock. Or 2:20. Yeah, 2:20.
Whoa.
Wow, he's right. He didn't even... Wally's going to cover up his watch. Like, she's going to see that a crocodile looked. I got to cover it up. There's no watch here. He didn't look at this.
To get a sundial, it's way easier.
Yeah, but how exact can you get with the sundial? I like this part, too. It's like, I'll see you Wednesday, and then Mick's got to stop. Wait, what day is it today?
I mean, a sundial is gonna malfunction less than a clock.
What if it's cloudy, though?
Then you can't use your sundial.
There you go.
Exactly.
But it's not malfunctioning, is it not? Yes.
Apparently, Charlie was found as an orphaned calf in 1974.
This boy got a whole backstory.
Oh, wow, yeah. So he was already a good 16 years old.
He was living at a zoo.
Wait, you said 74?
Yes.
Okay, bad math on my part. He was at least 11 by then.
He was residing at a zoo and he was casted in 1985.
He was cast.
Yeah, you understood what I meant though.
Did I?
Yes, clearly.
Meg being a little bit of a chauvinist there. Probably take 2 hours to get there because she's a girl.
And at some point in time after that, he was purchased by an inn. And unfortunately, he was put down in 2000 after catching pneumonia.
I'm a little confused. He said the water was running like 20 feet up the bank, so obviously the water was further in because it was the rainy season.
Mm-hmm.
And here's what's left of his boat, so it happened around here. But he's talking about getting to the river. Is this the river they were getting to? So it's already been an hour? Or is it the spot they end up at later when they're at like the mineral pond?
I don't know.
I'm sure the boat's still usable.
Oh, yeah. It's as...
It's a little bent and broken.
I don't even know what it'd be usable as.
Put some flex tape on it. It's fine.
Duct tape.
Okay.
Crocodile tape.
Gorilla tape.
And then he's on display at the bar at the end that owned him.
Nice.
Okay. I assume that's in Australia.
Yes.
Okay.
Still cool.
Okay.
I like Charlie.
She's got 3 studs in her ear. Kind of that's not. I wouldn't think that would exactly be considered not high fashion necessarily, but she's a respectable reporter, upscale.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't think three piercings would be. But what do I know? I was 7 when this movie came out. Technically I was. Well, yeah, because we said September, so I was 7 when it came out.
Nice.
Did not see it in the theater. I don't think I saw any of the Crocodile Dundee movies in the theater. I've seen them all a bunch, but the sequel's really good too. And even the third one that came out in like 2001,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty damn good too. I recommend all of them.
Nice.
Crocodile Dundee has at least a kill count of 2 crocodiles.
Well, it happens sometimes. It doesn't mean that he likes to just wanton to kill them, but if it's you or the crocodile...
I know, that's his kill count of crocodiles.
Nice.
You don't think he killed that stuffed one he had?
Well, I don't know if he killed it. That could be...
No, I know, you're right. So you're just going by hard facts, the stuff you can actually quantify.
Nice. Very
Is she wearing
boxy.
slippers?
I can't see.
Kinda looks like it. I'm not sure.
If she is, I have
I
questions.
mean, I wouldn't necessarily expect her gear to be as appropriate as his, but slippers, really?
She does have a brain.
They do look fairly, like they have thick soles, so maybe they're like survival slippers.
I was gonna say, like the slide-ons we have had.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
So it's mixed smoking tobacco, or is he smoking weed?
All of the above.
Yes.
You can roll your own cigarettes, so there's no guarantee that it's...
Who knows, though?
I don't know. How popular is weed in Australia?
I don't know, but I can look that up.
I suppose you could. I mean, anyway, we've said anything else entertaining on this episode, might as well fill it with something.
I apologize.
Had such
How
high
much
hopes.
weed is in Australia?
35th anniversary of one of my favorite movies, and we're all just like, yeah, stuff.
I'm sorry. There's 2 people sitting by a fire. They're discussing things.
Yeah, it's kind of talking right now.
They're in the middle of nowhere, Australia.
No, Australia. You mean anywhere between the west and the east of Australia?
That's not the coast.
They're in
Apologies.
the Northern
to,
Territory.
apologies to Australians.
Like, there's like very little between the west and the east.
At least according to the maps we've
Most
seen.
of the freaking continent.
Oh yeah, but there's very little people.
Are you sure there's little people, just little stuff?
What does the height of the people there have to do with anything?
Oh my gosh.
Just the middle of Australia just covered with really short people. You just put all the really short people. You're really short. You got to get away from the coast. Go to the middle of the country.
Nice.
I'm like 5'1". Too short. Go to the middle of the country. I don't know why as an American telling them to go to the middle of the country. I don't know why I went for the accent. Never heard of a King Brown.
I mean,
according to Mick.
most of the population is on the east coast, with a little bit on the west and a little bit on the top.
It's all the short people in the middle, right? You must be this tall to live on the coast.
Deal. Okay.
That snake just snuck right up on her, and he snatched it from behind and whatnot. We all saw it, of course.
Yes.
It's gotta be tough to get caught. I mean, what are you gonna do if you're sleeping? You're just gonna wake up?
Exactly.
You got a snake on you, or a spider, or...
Yeah, he's not.
Especially in Australia,
A
that would
pissed off
scare
koala
me.
bear with, what is it, all the koalas have? Syphilis?
I don't even know
Yeah.
about. All I know is that koalas are dumb.
Stupid fucking koalas.
They are so stupid. I don't understand how they are still
Aren't they
alive.
just high 24/7?
Pretty much, but it's
Whatever
worse.
they eat makes them high.
It's worse. Don't the babies eat their poop?
I don't know.
So I'm picturing like a SpongeBob show set in Australia with somebody and a koala. The koala is Patrick in this case.
Yes. Oh yeah, I was trying to say that I'm still scarred from the TikTok that showed the inside of a kangaroo's pouch. I never realized that it literally.
This is the next in the iconic crocodile moments when we see in his words, the city cowboys, they're out hunting kangaroos, which makes this isn't illegal, but it upsets. I can't even think of what's Linda Kozlowski's name in the movie.
I can't remember now that you've said something.
But anyway, it upsets her character, and she
Reasonable.
convinced him to do something about it. And well, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it before and you're watching along for the first time. But why would you be, really? I mean.
Okay, there's apparently koalas are mainly on the eastern side of Australia.
Okay, well we're in the Northern Territory right now.
Damn it.
Don't they literally have smooth brains?
I don't even know
What
anymore.
an odd comment.
Yeah, I guess you haven't been part of the trends on Gen Z TikTok that goes on about wrinkly and smooth brains.
I'll pass. Thank you.
Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that literally came from koalas having smooth brains.
Oh God. Koalas are starting TikTok trends now? Why am I not shocked though?
Alright, so these guys are clearly at least somewhat inebriated.
Yes.
They have firearms.
Yes.
And this guy's going to attempt to take a piss with one hand while holding his gun with the other hand. That just doesn't seem like a smart idea.
No, it doesn't.
Something bad is going to happen there.
Yes.
I mean, in this case, Mick's going to make sure they have a bad night, but even without him, something bad was going to happen in that scenario.
Yeah.
Mick had a feather in his cap. This guy's got a little tiny branch.
He does. I feel as though these guys are not the brightest in general. Drunk or not.
Seems to be making a big. Foster's his back.
Of course.
Mick's got a carcass of one of the kangaroos they shot, and he's got him looking like the kangaroo's holding a rifle. That's some damn good shooting behind the carcass of a kangaroo.
That's for sure. Especially for somebody who usually uses a knife.
Shoots the rifle. Well, I mean, it's his gun.
I know, but still.
Shoots the rifle out of the guy's hand. Shoots out the spotlight. Shoots the beer out of another guy's hand, but doesn't hurt any of them. That's some fantastic shooting.
Yeah.
But come on, what a great moment.
Yeah.
Scares off the poachers by. Well, I don't know if it's fair to call them poachers, because again, I don't know what defines a poacher, but scares off the asshole hunters
According
by
to
making it seem
this,
like their prey are armed.
according to this, if you gather the leaves that koalas eat and put them on a plate, the koalas won't know what to do with them.
Wait, what?
Well, why would they? You really think wildlife uses plates?
I mean, but they won't be able to know, like, they won't recognize
Well,
it
that's
as the
not
food
fair.
that
Cats are
eat.
kind of like that too. They're funky about what they eat and how you present it to them.
Yeah, but they can recognize it as
Yeah,
food.
Mick's shaving with an actual, like a safety razor.
Can I hand it?
And then she walks up, he tucks it in his
I
pants,
don't know.
and pretends to shave with his Bowie knife.
Yeah.
My dad had a couple of Bowie knives similar to crocodiles, and I've still got the one. And the first one he had a very similar blade, but didn't have exactly the same handle, but I ended up losing it in the woods.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I felt bad about it.
I'm sorry.
Do they stole it in the woods?
No, I went back and looked. Somebody took it.
Damn.
I'm sorry. Well, somebody has a cool knife.
That was a long time ago.
Do you think this might still happen?
It's possible.
Nice.
What's with the, okay, around the brim of his hat he's got the crocodile teeth.
Yes.
And like with like the snakeskin band, but there's like a, it looks like there's a scar on his hat almost. Like even his hat got attacked by a crocodile. Wait till we see. We're seeing her. Look, look.
Yeah,
It's been like
see
stitched
that.
up. It's like, it just looks so odd.
It kind of does.
Like you just get a new hat.
Yeah. A minute ago, one of y'all were wondering something, and I was gonna look it up. I don't remember what it was though.
I'm sure it's fine.
Damn it.
Okay, I guess they're not slippers because she's still got them on. She's gonna go walking in them.
Nice.
So I guess they are just like little hiking shoes.
Interesting.
Okay, let's compare her sleeping bag on the back of her backpack to the ones we saw on Stand By Me. Because remember we talked about how they were thin and kind of long, and my sleeping bag was always more shorter and bunched up. Hers seems to be in between.
Nice.
It's probably the most efficient of them all.
Probably.
In all honesty. Although her sleeping bag was red, and that pack seems to be green. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the red bundle on her bag's the sleeping bag.
I'm not sure.
I wonder what that other pack is.
I don't have a great view.
Yeah, this is pretty good. He tells her that's the dangerous end of the gun, so she shoots it at him.
Yeah.
It's appropriate response.
Again, relatively good shooting.
So it is. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easier to shoot well with a rifle, and she doesn't have the encumbrance of a kangaroo being in front of her.
I know. I'm just saying, though.
Where does Razor go? He had it tucked in his pants, and you could clearly see it. Well, it's too high of a shot now, but
Maybe he adjusted it at some point. I don't know.
yeah, I wouldn't say it's a major continuity error. Because right, he could have taken it out and put it up somewhere.
Yeah.
How are koalas still alive?
Nobody knows.
How is this podcast still alive?
Because we're going to entertain the people with wondering how koalas are still existing. I literally am yet to have a dumber animal.
It's how did some
humans
animals go
exist.
extinct but not koalas?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't think the
Getting the
dinosaurs
tall
went.
grass.
I don't think the dinosaurs went extinct because they were stupid.
Yep, they're too stupid to protect themselves from the
Apparently
asteroid.
there's a video of koalas
whatever.
fighting.
What?
Koalas fighting.
What? Oh my. Okay.
Okay, Mick's not wearing his boots.
No.
I guess he's trying to be quiet as he follows her, but
Possibly.
I mean, where did he leave them?
Who knows?
In his hat.
Yep. It's a magician's hat.
He doesn't really seem to be carrying anything. Did he set it down and now he's standing in a tree long enough to? I mean, he's only gonna be able to watch it for so long from that tree.
I don't know.
Does he have no gear with him?
That I also don't know.
He had a bag and stuff, didn't he?
I don't know. My memory doesn't serve me that well.
Plus, really, in the bush, is not having shoes on going to make you that quieter?
That was my question, really.
Yes.
I guess it might a bit, but I wouldn't assume it makes that much of a difference.
Here comes the ultra-realistic crocodile you were talking about. I just realized I haven't given any more time cues.
I apologize.
No, it's my fault. Okay, there's his boots.
I didn't call
There's
this one.
we saw his boots in his bag there. I don't know where he had it when he was climbing the tree, but they're there. I feel much
Nice.
better now.
Nice.
One continuity error erased.
They made sure to show the boots. We've got to somewhat explain the fact that he's not wearing boots in the shot.
This little Wallifer thing should be alright out there in the wilderness all by herself. I hear the wilderness in Australia is pretty dangerous. And it has nothing to do with being a man or a woman, but I mean,
Australia is pretty
she's not
dangerous.
experienced in that environment, so...
My only thing is, why did she just trust this water?
Yeah, it's true.
You're in
Don't trust
Australia.
anything
Because she
You
doesn't
know.
she doesn't know about the area, that's what I'm saying, so I don't know why she thinks she would be
But she's
prepared.
seen the
Bonk.
crocodiles and that snake, and she's heard the story, and she's out here knowing about the whole crocodiles and stuff. Yet she just water.
That's a big fake crocodile.
Yes.
It really doesn't look that bad. I'm coming down on him, but
So don't trust anything on Australia. Bushes, nah. Water, nah. Trees, nah. Might be a koala in the tree.
knife to
I'll
the
bite
brain.
your face off.
Yikes.
I mean, to be fair, I hear pretty much if you get away from the water, crocs don't like to chase you.
Nice to know.
They're kind of like, you're too far away from the water.
I'm
Good.
hoping to
Something else will
avoid
come around.
crocodiles in my life, though. I don't want to be that close to one.
We always like the line coming up here where she says, is it dead? And Mick looks at it and says, well, if it's not, we'll have a hell of a time skinning the bastard.
Uh-huh.
In the TV edits of this movie, he just says, no worries.
Nice.
It's a much lamer end to the scene, in my opinion.
Yes.
Looked like they were about to kiss there.
Yeah. A bit.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing that's not a real crocodile. I'd hate to have him kill a real crocodile on screen.
Nobody would assume that they'd kill a real one.
But you were like, every crocodile's real except for that one. It's like, well...
Well, I said, of course, except for the one he'd end up killing. Because I don't think they could get away with killing a crocodile for the movie. For numerous reasons.
I don't know. I don't know what the crocodile kill filming laws are like in Australia.
I don't know what any of these...
As long as you don't do 3. One is fine. You can get away with killing 1.
It's like the word fuck. There's a limit on it. It's okay, but there's a limit.
3 is too many. 1 is fine. 2 is borderline.
2 you'll get a warning for.
You might get in a little bit of trouble there, but... No, why does my accent sound British? Don't worry about it. Look, Australian, you're good. British, you're pretty fine. If it's American, then you're gonna have a problem. It's like a crocodile thing.
Yeah. You were saying the numbers in the crocodiles, and I had a thought, and literally, as I opened my mouth to say it, it was gone. And I'm sitting here like, what was I about to say? This is not good content. I have forgotten my words.
It's nice that she keeps her makeup looking good out in the bush.
I have questions about that, honestly. I feel as though this isn't... I mean, obviously this isn't the first movie I've seen do that, but I feel as though there was another 80s movie we watched, and I just sat there like, nice that the makeup's still going strong. I don't remember which one it was, though. That seems to be a trend within movies.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't care if you're in the middle of the woods doing stuff. You still look great. Your makeup's great. Makes you wonder what the hell was going on with 80s makeup, though. How did it last so long, so well?
Mick's Australian friend Neville. Or not Australian friend, I meant to say Aboriginal friend. He is Australian, but...
Yes.
You can't take my picture. It'll take away your soul. No, you fucking racist bitch. You got the lens cap on.
Crikey.
This is a pretty funny moment when he heads off and Mick's like, oh, he feels this way. And then you hear him, oh, crap, I hate the bush.
Yeah. I think I remember what I was going to look up now. I'm going to go look it up now. I expected
No
Give
women.
me a second.
What are you looking
I'm
at?
concerned for this
I
child.
got an AR koala from Google.
What do you have an AR koala? I
He's
said
got a white sport coat on and is driving a speedboat.
okay. I just want to say...
Okay, wait. The crocodile in the white sport coat, sunglasses, driving the speedboat. With a koala on the back, like staring at the water. This is pretty.
How small can I make this koala?
I just want to say
If you're more interested in the AR koala than the movie we're supposed to be doing commentary for, why is anybody else going to enjoy this?
No, I wanted to say that if it was legal to purchase koalas or something, this is totally one of those nights where we would be discussing this and he's just over there ordering a goddamn koala.
So even though Mick told her to stay away, Sue had to come to the jamboree. But he's going to see her.
Yeah.
And she's going to scurry. Which, to be fair, it does seem kind of rude that he left her all alone out there. I know he left the gun with her, but what's she supposed to do? Shoot a snake if it comes near her?
Yes.
Teddy.
What else did you do with the snake?
If you're going to do that, Ted, go someplace else. He found it amusing, though. Isn't that nice?
So I was going to look up kangaroo hunting laws. Apparently it's illegal to kill, buy, sell, or possess a kangaroo in Australia. But due to the growing population, the government does permit license holders to shoot kangaroos.
Mm-hmm. And then again, this was 1985 when they shot this too, so you don't know what the laws were then either.
Yeah.
I just want to know what the difference between, what the definition of a poacher is.
Yes.
I assumed it was anybody who hunted illegally, but if you're legally hunting, then I guess you're not a poacher. Mick's still got a little bit of the makeup on from the tribal get-together. I know Mick was raised by Aborigines, but I don't know that was necessarily his tribe. What?
Don't just look up define poacher. It does not give you the definition you are looking for, unless you're looking for a pan for cooking eggs.
Seriously?
Seriously. Unless I misspelled something.
I know, you spelled it right. There's got to be multiple definitions.
Yeah.
Right? What I'm saying is, if you keep looking, like
Yeah, if
more
you click
definitions.
more, there's more.
A person who hunts or catches game or fish illegally.
Yes.
Do you know that all infant marsupials are known as joeys? Not just kangaroos?
Yes, I did know that. I studied marsupials.
Do not know that.
I thought it was just kangaroos.
Wait, you studied marsupials?
Yeah,
When?
like 5th grade. Probably earlier than that.
I studied sea life in 5th grade.
I don't know why I was
Yeah, I
starting
remember
in 5th
studying
grade.
marsupials.
I made a poster thing about shrimp. And it's fun because, like, a lot of my friends had to scale down the animals to make their drawing and explain the scale and whatnot. Like, I remember one of my friends did a giant
And you had to
squid.
scale yours up?
I literally sat there like, yep, this is about accurate sizing.
Anyway, what's going on?
Just
I got
do
lost in
multiple
koalas.
There at Echo Lake.
Nice. Are the echoes there?
Probably. Look at the bluff
I
there.
like echo.
Yeah, probably. It's mineral water though, so there's no crocs.
Mineral water. Wow.
Facts.
It's water made out of rocks. That's exactly what mineral water is.
So is mineral water like salt water?
That should be fresh water, shouldn't it be?
What?
If there's no crocs.
Crocs don't go in fresh. There's no freshwater crocs.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the things I read. And I know they go in salt water. Else they wouldn't be in the damn ocean.
There, doesn't that look appetizing?
Yes.
No.
Mikey,
I'll
you
let
don't
you
need
know.
my phone.
She needs everything.
She was literally over here sniffing my phone.
Hey, Mikey.
Another one of the iconic lines. Ah, well, you can eat it. Or you can live off it. It tastes like shit. And she pairs that back to him when they're in New York. I was trying to tell what the can was he was fixing to open. I couldn't see.
Both salt
Swim
water
it.
and fresh water crocodiles.
Yeah, I thought there were. So what is that? So what is mineral water? Exactly.
Cat's staying.
We're gonna find out.
I don't know, by now you can put a PC in like mineral oil or something. Something like that.
What?
Why would you put your computer in oil?
I don't know, but you can do it and it'll turn on.
Okay. I guess there's a lot of electricity in mineral oil. Oh, you can turn it on yourself.
And it'll also work as cooling or something. I don't know.
Make spearfish. I tried spearfishing once.
Could be wrong.
I wasn't successful.
I'm not entirely sure.
Interesting.
I think I just actually tied my I had a survival knife and you could you open up the bottom and
Mm-hmm.
you had like fishing line and you know like a little blade and different stuff in the handle.
Yeah.
And you could also stick it on the end of the pole. I think we were using that. I
Interesting.
don't think we actually sharpened the stick.
I went fishing once. I wasn't successful. One of my friends got the fishing hook stuck
So?
on my foot. On my foot, yep, on my shirt. I also lost my shoe in the lake.
Caught a fish and just threw it to the side.
I think that happened in 5th grade too.
You caught a fish and threw it to the side?
No, but the
Were you
fishing
spearfishing?
trip that I was talking about. Because it was a school thing. Anyway, mineral water comes from underground reservoirs. Is that word?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's embarrassing that you didn't know that. I probably would have held that off the show.
Look! I'm
Can't edit
like,
it out now. We're in the middle
I'm
of
like
the-
reading
we're in the
and
middle of
like,
the movie.
did
There's
I
no
read
edits
this
now.
correctly?
Should just gone with it.
Oh well. Unlike regular drinking water, mineral water doesn't undergo chemical processing. As the name suggests, mineral water contains high quantities of minerals, especially magnesium, calcium, and sodium.
Look at that. She's kissing him and she's got a boyfriend back home.
Wow.
That trollop.
Anyway,
And they're interrupted by the siren call of Wally.
lol. I like Wally.
Yeah, Wally's fun.
Yeah, good vibes.
Yeah.
Something wrong with the truck?
I don't know.
Mick's just looking around like there's some dog.
Dog. Don't know where that dog came from.
It's Spuds McKenzie. Do y'all know Spuds McKenzie? Spuds McKenzie was the mascot for one of the beer brands. I don't remember which one. In
Yeah.
the 80s.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, there was that kind of dog, the white dog with the black spot on its eye.
He looks like a big version of the Target dog.
Yeah. I guess that's Spuds McKenzie's offspring.
Lol.
I'll make it never go to New York. Pay what pay. Send him off.
Good vibes, but I'm pretty sure he's very much in
Opportunistic.
everything for money. He's like, oh, it pays, great, let's do it. Airplane.
The one time I flew on an airplane, I tried to sit by the window and I was like, nah, I don't like this. I gotta move over.
It seems cool. I've never been in a plane.
I wouldn't want to do it now just because the inconvenience of trying to fly, but I don't have a problem with the idea of flying itself.
Nice.
I don't want to deal with all the security issues and getting there 2 hours early and...
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
Towers.
Yep. Well, this was 86, 85,
Yes.
86. It came out in 86. I guess they shot it in 85, probably. Maybe in 86.
All I know is that Charlie was cast in 85.
That kid's got a shirt that says 89.
Nice.
I don't know why that's relevant.
I don't know.
Sue,
either.
that's her name.
Yes.
And I set up before the closed caption came up, so I remember it on my own.
Nice. Just great timing with it.
Kanye West in the background.
Lol. Are you listening to something over there?
No.
Oh my gosh. Anyway.
We just get off
back
the
to
koalas.
movie.
Save the koalas for later. There's a baby in the background.
Nice.
A baby.
Not by itself. Somebody's holding it.
I mean, I
There's a random baby wandering around the
hope
airport
so.
in New York.
If
Imagine a baby riding a
it's
crocodile.
probably not an uncommon sight, but I'm concerned for those.
So it's a crocodile in the white sport coat and the sunglasses driving, and a baby in like a similar hip 80s. You know, I'm thinking Miami Vice.
Uh-huh.
That's his partner beside him, and there's the dumb koala hanging off the back of the boat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mick's unsure about the escalator.
Yeah.
So am
Kinda
I.
funny.
He's like, look, there's not a year goes by. Not a year! Well, I hear about some kid getting caught on an elevator. Escalator. Why is my accent so shitty? Don't. Is that the freaking Exxon flag with the American flag there?
Reasonable.
Aren't there 8 million people in New York City now?
I don't know.
Because there isn't 8 million stories. Well, I guess people could have more than one story. Hey, Carl Winslow, before he settled down to raise a family and become a cop in Chicago.
Well,
Yeah, he played the dad on Family Matters, the Steve Urkel show.
Nice.
what do you think the New
He
York
was also
City?
the cop in Die Hard.
What do you think the current population of New York City is?
8 million.
Try adding about 10 million more.
18 million?
According to the first thing that shows up on Google.
Population go brrr.
Okay.
I'm gonna still click some things, but yeah,
Maybe they just meant Manhattan?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Because New York City is actually the 5 boroughs: Manhattan, Brooklyn, the Bronx, Queens, and Staten Island.
Yeah.
New York
But
City.
yeah, I always thought it was like 7 or 8 million people. I didn't realize it was. Are you sure that's not?
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to look. 'Cause that seems big.
So
you
sure it's
know?
not like the whole state? I mean, probably not the whole state, because like North Carolina's population is 10 million.
Nice.
Okay, now I Googled population of New York and it's showing me 8 million as of 20.
Yeah, I'm getting like mixed stuff. So I'm sitting here like, what is this information and where is it coming from?
Yeah, I wouldn't think the population had more than doubled since the 80s.
I mean, technically that's very possible, especially in a city like New York.
Okay, you think the whole United States population has doubled since the 80s?
I don't know.
No fucking way. It's only 35 years.
A lot happens in 35 years.
They're telling me North Carolina has a higher population than New York.
New York City has 8 million people, not New York State.
Why is it Google New York?
Well, yeah,
it's
you're
probably
getting-
assuming
you're
the
getting New York
city.
City.
Why is it showing me New York City?
Well, that's what we were trying to
'Cause you-
find out.
You have to type in state or city. You can't just
That's
do
confusing.
New York, New
It
York.
doesn't say New York City, it just says New York.
New York. Well, technically New York.
Google, don't assume New York City.
See, that's what annoys me, because if you say New York City, you're talking about the city. If you say New York, you should be referring to the state.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is... Okay.
What's the population of New York State?
That I don't know. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
New
you
York
for the-
State is 19 million.
Okay, so that number is probably about.
So you Google New York City and got New York. I Googled New York and got New York City.
Yeah, that's how
This
that
makes
happened.
sense. This makes sense.
This hotel room wasn't real.
It's a hell of a suite.
So that wasn't real.
I'm saying, like, the hotel stuff, it's a real place, but the room itself
Like on
was a set.
soundstage, yeah. Not
Yeah.
surprised.
Apparently.
That's not uncommon to shoot exterior somewhere and then do the interior.
Yeah.
Like every sitcom you've ever seen, the house, the exterior is
Yeah.
a real house, and then inside is a set.
Yeah. Apparently people would call the hotel wanting the room and stuff. It's like, yep, sorry, we don't
We don't have the room.
I like the walls though. The walls are
Hat
nice.
is an ashtray.
Cool.
Probably not very good for the hat.
Probably not, but you
Well, at least
know.
he had enough manners not to just drop it on the carpet.
Exactly.
Probably gonna fall off his hat.
Oof.
I was like, yeah, I saw this someplace years ago. Yeah, that's what I saw. It's still the same mold. I Love Lucy. I mean, I Love Lucy would have been long into reruns by now, but
Yes.
I don't know. I just always found it cute. I never liked I Love Lucy. I know it's like one of the original sitcoms. And
I
it was
never watched
revolutionary
it. I
first
haven't
time.
watched
But watching it now, it just seems old and tired.
I never watched
I know that's not fair. Like I say, in its time, I get it. It created a lot of the stuff that other sitcoms did, but I just saw it in other sitcoms first. So,
because
how do
I
you like her? How do you like her pantsuit?
it,
Jacket a little
it-
baggy. This was
Nice
this
choice.
this is how I was introduced to bidets.
Nice.
I hate how bidet
Um,
is spelled.
It's interesting
Yes.
though. I know a lot of times now the bidet will be built into the
Is
toilet.
it French?
Probably.
Sounds French.
No, I was gonna say another thing since I pointed out the whole requesting the room and having been a set. This is another thing. Apparently, people would call the hotel and stuff and ask for rooms with bidets. The hotel doesn't have them, and it's like we don't fucking have it. Thanks, Crocodile Dundee.
Wait, what?
Fucking
Not
thanks for
toilet
the phone calls.
What?
What's wrong?
Wait, no, never mind.
What
Okay.
did you think?
Nah.
Say it. No, it's good
Nah.
content. Say
You
it.
have to say it. You started saying it.
Yes,
And that's
please.
sunroof.
Yeah.
Probably.
Neat.
For washing your backside. I've never seen it all that clean to me. I mean, you're not gonna use soap or anything, so I'm just gonna have like
I'm almost
just gonna
sanitary
rinse
toilet
shit off.
paper.
Like if my cat shits on the floor, am I just gonna rinse the floor off?
It's more sanitary than toilet paper.
I like wet wipes.
I'm
Yeah,
the same. Wipes are good too. But really, they're not necessarily that common. And a lot of people don't use them. And especially in other countries too, I've learned that they're not that common.
It's way better than toilet paper.
Well, this is supposed to be the U.S. and he didn't know what a bidet was.
Yes,
so,
I'm
I mean,
aware.
It's not like, hey,
That seemed to not have been
That
that
dude has some
popular
short
until
shorts.
I know.
recent years.
I know apparently
another
Japan
guy
has,
basically the same
super
outfit,
toilets.
just different color shorts.
I swear, Japan has
Fucking
toilets that'll do
Japan's
anything.
toilets.
You can probably have your toilet like for
They do, but apparently some of the
grocery
toilets in
shopping.
Japan are just like little holes in the ground.
Yeah.
Like what you're talking about is like a Western toilet in Japan.
Yeah.
A traditional Japanese toilet is just like a little basin in the ground, not like outside in the ground, but
Yeah.
in the floor. So I've heard. I've never been to Japan.
Me neither.
Me neither.
I've heard that in several wrestlers' autobiographies,
Nice.
autobiographical or biographical accounts of wrestlers.
Nice.
So you either got a super toilet or a non-super toilet.
You either have an outdated toilet or a really futuristic one.
Like yeah, this
Our
toilet can
toilets
go
are not
grocery
of
shop.
time.
This toilet can run Skyrim with 1,000,000 mods.
Honestly, those fancy toilets, they
There's
could
a
probably
PC
make you an
toilet.
entire 5-course meal while you do your business.
This toilet, you can just stay on the toilet all day.
Survive on the toilet alone.
You can just live on this
Oh
toilet.
God.
It's the most comfortable toilet ever.
I
It
found
can
this
become a bed.
interesting personally.
What?
The hearse.
I'm pretty sure police on horseback is pretty common in New York City.
I know it's not something that you really
Right, because you don't live in New York
much.
City.
No, I definitely don't. I've never been either.
But
Just
I've
visiting.
definitely seen it referenced. in plenty of media, so I assume it's correct.
I'm very used to cars.
I was on the back of a horse like once.
Same.
When were you on the back of a horse? Not you, him.
I forget.
Okay. Are you sure it happened then?
Yes.
He did a thing at a zoo once.
Yeah,
Was it a horse though?
Did Dylan? I know you rode a pony at the fair.
Yeah, I know one of my friends also.
I think we rode an elephant too.
Nice. I know one of my friends also did a thing.
I've ridden elephants and camels.
No, I was on a horse.
Those are some good looking drinks. I'll take one each of the.
Look, it's at least an animal similar enough to a horse.
Nice.
I was trying to. I don't remember you doing any kind of a pony ride or a horse.
Here's the
riding
thing.
either.
I'd love to actually learn how to properly ride a horse.
Nah.
I'd also just like to have a horse.
Doesn't it seem kind of mean
They're
to the horse though?
expensive. I don't know.
I mean, I know it doesn't bother them. They barely feel or anything. But I mean, you want somebody climbing on your back and riding you around?
I don't know. Horses are pretty
Topless.
strong. For horses, probably like, oh, there's a pillow on my back now.
Yeah.
I mean-
then you're leading around like, no, go slower, go faster, no, go this way, jump this. Like, fuck you, asshole. I mean,
I'm just saying though, in all fairness, horses are strong. If they don't want you on them, they are very much
They ain't
capable of just
I've always
kicking you
been
right
somewhat
on
ambivalent
off.
toward horse racing or horse riding. In
I don't know. I'd rather.
I don't
Like,
even need to necessarily do it too fancy. I want to be able to properly ride a horse.
bikes
It's
are
like, go out
easier.
with the horse. And it's like, where you want to go, buddy? Let's go.
Bird paintings.
Using a bike
Nice.
is easier than driving a car, probably.
Probably.
Using a bike is easier than driving a car. What
Yes.
does that have to do with riding a horse?
Because I'd rather.
I'd say a
ride bike.
horse. A horse
I
is
never
probably
ride a
in
bike.
between.
Huh?
Can you ride a bike?
No, but I can learn.
Here's the thing.
Look, I'd rather learn how to ride a bike than learn how to drive a car. Okay.
I'm just saying, riding a bike of those three things would be the easiest. But I feel as though riding a horse would be easier than driving
What about
a car.
riding a horse who's riding a bike?
I have questions. A lot of questions.
What about a crocodile in a white blazer with sunglasses riding a horse that's riding a bike on a speedboat?
Yes.
This just gets more and more.
Or is the
happening.
crocodile chasing the horse riding the bike
Oh no.
with a speedboat?
And then the speedboat's hooked onto a car.
Why?
Well, that's just stupid.
But there's also specific bike lanes. I don't think they have horse lanes.
I was gonna ask that. Like, can you just ride a horse about?
Can you ride a horse
I
to
don't
a
think
bike lane?
Anybody can, but I think officers can.
Okay, but like just a normal person, like right here where we live, could I just go to the store with my horse?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen people riding horses like around
Mm-hmm.
the roads before, not necessarily here, but only had one time when I was doing a
So-
newspaper route, so I was out. Well, no different than now, but I was out early in the morning, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I came to the end of my road, and all of a sudden, I noticed something out of the corner of my eye coming up out of the woods, and I stopped for whatever it was. You know, it could be a deer or something, and there was a big ditch on the side of the road, so this thing dipped down in and then rose up out of the ditch. It
Yeah.
was just two wild horses. I mean, they may have been escaped from somebody's horse pen or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's just two horses. That's the weirdest thing that's ever run out in front of me driving a car. It's like, oh, okay.
Nice.
Two horses just zoom up out of the ditch. All right, read the Italian. It's gone now.
Good, because
I don't know
I
Italian.
couldn't.
It's kind of blurry anyway. I tried to read something we were watching the other day. It was a little blurry.
Nice. But I'm with Gabba. I don't know Italian.
I'm in a snakeskin jacket like that.
No.
And punch. But you know, you don't see the punch at all. You didn't see anything there. You saw Mick lean toward him and then his head jerk back. I just realized watching it the other day, you don't see Mick's fist extend or connect or anything.
I'm sorry.
It's an odd shot.
I'm just saying that had to be a pretty hard hit.
All right, here we go. I guess Times Square again.
Yes.
Looking for some. See Cats the musical.
Oh gosh.
Cats.
See
Don't
Video
worry,
Shack.
it's
I'm not
better
familiar with
Cats.
that though. Arby's.
Why?
Kind of didn't expect to see
We
that.
have
Me
the
neither.
meats.
I mean, I knew Arby's was a
They
thing
have
back then, but
Yes.
he kind of deserved to get punched. He was being a dick. I'm on Mick's side here.
Yeah.
Apparently, you have to have about 2 acres of land per horse.
Now theoretically, Riding a horse to somewhere. Do you want him on the sidewalk or the bike lane?
I don't know. I mean, again, I don't necessarily think just anybody
If, like,
can ride
just
a horse
through a town or
anywhere.
a city, could you technically ride it on the road? Like, I know if there's highways, you probably can't do that.
Okay, you're looking stuff up. Why don't you just look that up?
I'm trying to look that up.
Well, just keep looking it up, and when you find something, say something.
I'm looking it up, and so far I'm just getting information
Apparently,
from how
you can't
to
ride
care
in the front
for
seat of a
horses.
taxi anymore in New York.
Why?
Worried about crime or somebody attacking the driver. That's what I've heard. I mean, again, I don't live in New York.
Me neither.
Never been there, so.
Me neither.
Hey, drive me somewhere so we can get drunk together, and then one of us has to drive home. Great idea. You know, Danny DeVito started on a sitcom called Taxi.
Nice.
It's a good show. Why the obligatory bathroom shot, though? Let's see. That lady's having a good time in the background. There's a girl in the mirror. Is that Stan Lee? I was referring to the picture there.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something because y'all are giving me nothing.
I'm sorry, I was trying to look up about where you can ride horses.
Literally probably one of my top 10 movies from when I was a kid.
Nice. I don't care too much for the scene coming up.
And this episode is like one of our top 10 worst episodes.
I apologize. I'll give you a lot of random.
I always thought the scene was funny. I mean, the only thing I have against it is the cab driver uses the F word. Which I'm not going to defend, and I mean, I don't have to. I didn't write it or say it, but I will say it does pop up in a lot of 80s movies, and it's treated very innocuous. I mean, even in Bill and Ted,
Yeah.
they refer to each other as that.
Yeah.
And I mean,
It's
I'm
very
not
common
defending it, but
80s language.
I'm just saying it does pop up a lot. So it is of the times.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, I won't completely hate this or hate on the whole movie. I mean, it's an 80s movie. It feels like an 80s movie. And there's just a few things I'm like, yeah, that's something. It's
But-
like, obviously, it wouldn't be as seen much today.
Maybe
but
if this scene were just by
80s.
itself, but it sets up another scene later that's funny.
Yeah.
And it's funny because of the character's reaction to it, too. But I mean, in this case, too, it's like mixed cabbie friend's going to tell him this person is just a dude in drag. It's not really a lady. But I mean, if you're... I mean, it's not like Mick attacks them or anything. I mean, I guess you say, oh, he touches their junk, so he assaults them. But
Quotes them.
all I'm saying is, I mean, at least to be fair, this person is pretending to be something they're not without letting somebody know that, hey, I'm not really that.
Yeah.
And especially back then when that's not nearly as common.
Is it supposed to be drag? That's my question. Because I know some of the stuff I was reading it.
Well, I mean, the guy flat out says it's a man dressed up as a girl.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, it could be a trans person, but that was also so much less common back then. Especially be just flat out like that.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it doesn't, like,
And it's not like
ruin
Mick
anything
punches
for me.
them or hates on them. He just, you know, he just grabs their crotch to see what's down there. It's like she wanted him to do it when they went back to the apartment, or he wanted him to. So I mean, why flip out about it there?
I read one that.
But I mean, again, like I don't want to call him a country bumpkin, but I mean, he's not from around this culture. It's not something he would have seen back home. He's just like, oh wow, it's not something I expected.
Yeah.
So it's a little crass, but it's far from overly offensive, and it sets up another scene later on.
Yeah.
So like I said, my only issue is the cabbie's language. But again, you know, we didn't watch Bill and Ted's for the podcast, but we just watched it, and we just watched Stand By Me, and even though that was taking place in the 50s, it was an 80s movie. I mean, it's not, and again, I'm not defending it, but it's just a fact of the matter that a lot of mainstream media would use that word, and I mean, it's not even saying that media was saying it was an okay word, but it was just reflective of the times that it was much more innocuous than it is now.
Well, also, I mean, I guess it was more common, not as seen as bad of language. Back 80s, 50s, when these movies take place, it was more common to see people using the language. Also, there was one movie I watched, I don't remember which one it was, and it maybe wasn't 80s or something, and they had a character doing stuff like that. But it worked for the character because you're not supposed to like the character.
Well,
you know?
even a lot of these cases, I mean, mixed cabbie friend, you only see him for a couple scenes, but like the boys using it to Stand By Me, they're supposed to be somewhat ignorant. They're
Yeah.
just young boys who wouldn't really know any better, especially in that time. And even Bill and Ted aren't supposed to be the brightest of bulbs.
Yeah. So I don't mind it as much when it fits.
So it's not that they're villains using the language, but they're also not. And again, I get nowadays you wouldn't necessarily do that and make even a dim bulb character or an inexperienced character say that, but back then you would, and it's not.
Yeah.
I'm not defending it, but it's just a fact that it's there. And
Yeah.
I don't think that one utterance of that word in this one scene takes down a whole movie.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it when it fits.
If it does for you, that's fine. I'm not saying you're wrong. Just I don't think I'm wrong for still liking the movie.
No.
And like I said, the groping thing, yeah, I mean, of course it wouldn't be acceptable in real life. This isn't real life. It's a fucking movie.
Yeah.
And it's, and it sets up a funny joke later on that it wouldn't necessarily be acceptable in a real situation either, but a lot of shit that happens to this wouldn't happen in real life.
Very true. I'm pretty sure most of this movie wouldn't happen.
At some point, you need to separate fiction from reality, and I just kicked the mic stand twice, so I apologize.
It seems you can ride horses on roads.
Okay.
I was reading. Of course,
Okay.
depending on where you live, it's a bit different.
Nice.
One thing I read, it's saying, yeah, you can ride them on roads in North Carolina as long as they match the speed limit. So pretty much only on lower speed limit roads.
I fully support that punch. I can't stand pimps.
Reasonable.
What a lazy... I mean, look, if you're really... I don't know if there's such thing as good pimp. If you're really taking care of the girls and you're not taking a severe amount of their money and you're really protecting them and helping them, that's one thing. But most of the times I've seen pimps depicted, they're not nice to the ladies. They take money that they didn't really earn.
Yeah.
It seems like look to all our pimp listeners. Maybe you're a good pimp. I don't mean to impugn pimps in general or overgeneralize. I'm just saying the way I've seen them depicted in popular media, I'm not a fan of them in general.
Yeah.
Except for Ice-T, of course. And the Godfather from WWE.
Nice.
Is this the newspaper or the hotel?
My question is, what are the flags?
I gotta look at them, but I wasn't studying them.
I know one
She
was
said something
America.
before. Yeah, definitely.
And the other one was one of the Scandinavian countries. Can't remember which one though. Not Sweden. I know that much.
How about Mick saving on water by washing his clothes in his bath?
I was actually questioning the whole.
I think conservationists would appreciate that.
Probably. But at the same time.
How sanitary is it?
I mean, let's be fair, baths in general.
I mean, you're dirty, I think
but
it's
I
fairly
100% take baths, so.
I think you can, I mean, I'm not big on hand washing my clothes.
Yeah.
I tend to trust a washing machine more, whether that's right or wrong. That's just me.
Yeah.
But if I was going to hand wash my clothes, I think I could, I think that's perfectly acceptable use. And like I say, you're saving on water.
I just want to say that I wish my Sims could multitask like this. Because they just keep breaking their washer. It would be so much easier to tell them, go get in the tub, wash your laundry while you're in there. They can't even hand wash their clothes.
Question, where do you put the washer?
Well, in my most recent house, it was in the hallway. Sometimes it's in the laundry room. Other times it's just wherever I can fit it. Once it was in the bathroom.
Why?
Well, because there was just like this little nook between a couple walls, and it was the perfect space for a washer and dryer.
I feel bad. He got his hat wet.
Yeah.
And sudsy.
Yeah. Wet hats are probably.
And she just threw the towels on the bathroom floor. No.
I've done that before.
I know, and I don't like it.
I mainly do it like when I take a bath, but I take like my phone.
Nick has a number of vests. Have we noticed that?
So,
it's not just a snakeskin vest.
Nice.
Oh,
He's a vest
multiple
guy.
vests.
Yeah.
I'm with it. I like a good vest.
I want a vest that you can
That vest has a lot of pockets too. I'm like Yelena in Black Widow. I like all the pockets.
Yeah, I want a vest.
A vest with a lot of pockets. That's my ideal.
That you
outerwear.
can like mix and match pieces.
All right, JVC, Coca-Cola, Midori.
Freaking Coca-Cola.
But again, I'm pretty sure this is what Times Square, if it doesn't still look like that, at least used to look like.
I think it still looks like that, but
And here's Sue with the callback. She's got a New York City cart dog. She's like, well, you can live on it, but it tastes like shit.
lol.
Now, instead of having one thing, they scroll to a million different
How about steak and brew burger?
Nice.
Sounds like something that's be worth eating.
Possibly.
Okay, do you really think this many people in New York City have nothing better to do than watch somebody get their hair cut? There's literally a crowd standing outside a barber shop.
Yeah, that's I feel as though there wouldn't be as much.
Here's another
of a crowd.
iconic crocodile moment, although one of the more unrealistic ones to me.
Definitely.
It's perfectly
He
realistic.
could have run him down at least. I mean, this is a hell of a throw
Facts.
to hit that one dude moving in a crowd full of people.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the scene. Don't get me wrong. Might have been a little more realistic to have him just chase him down.
It's a Canon
Although I don't know how
camera.
fleet of foot Mick is. It is a Canon camera.
Wow.
Apparently in Central Park, you can rent a horse.
That's a hell of an outfit on that older gentleman.
Nice. Well, I just want to say that outfit that the girl was wearing, why does that just look like it would be completely normal clothing right now? Like, nothing special, just random teenager walking down the street. Exactly that. Like, that would be fashion. Maybe not with the accessories, but like the top and the skirt. I could see TikTok enjoying that. It looks like something you would find places like Shein and stuff.
That's a big hat.
Yes?
Then there's like a safari hat going the other way.
Cool.
Welcome to the party of odd hats. Is that the same? Was that the same dude? Was that? I mean, he had a safari hat. Okay. So either the same dude just walked by twice, or we got two safari hats at the party.
I don't know.
And here's the call back to the scene in the bar too, because Sue's got a friend who's a lady with a fairly deep voice, and Mick's not sure, so he's gonna grab her crotch just to see.
Yeah.
Which, yes, I get you wouldn't do that in real life. It would
Definitely
be offensive,
not.
but the character's not offended by it.
No.
Sue tries to defend, like, it's okay, he's Australian. Like, maybe I better go there someday. And yes, I get you don't do that in real life. It is interesting that the closed caption just said male voice. It identified that character who's clearly been established as female based on Mick's findings, but it still said male voice.
Oh god.
Could it just be deep voice?
Yeah, it should have.
Look, there's like a dude in a tuxedo with like a shake scarf on. She's got look the head wrap, the headband. There's like a Pan-African hat. I mean, there's all kinds of. Was that Andy Warhol? Seriously though, there's like some odd headwear at this party.
Yes.
I know it was Billy Idol in the background.
Well,
Not really. And look, she's got a white wig.
yeah.
Now, see, she's gonna hit a cigarette and be like, "That's good shit." So that's what makes me think he might be smoking weed. Either that or she's just fucked up enough not to know the difference anyway.
Possibly.
And he's gonna smell it.
Lol.
Wait for it to smell.
Look.
Shit, he mouths it. Is that the same big hat? I think that is the same big hat.
I don't know. It is a big hat, though.
Yeah, because there's the shake again.
I like the really big floppy hats, like the summer hats. I also remember when those were really
Lots of
popular
cutouts on
years
Sue's
ago.
dress.
Uh-huh.
There's the homeboy in red again. So we're seeing the same people over and over, which tells us... Which, on one hand, is like, well, they didn't have that many actors. But on the other hand, hey, I mean, it's continuity.
Facts. And it seems reasonable. You're at a party, people are moving around. You're gonna run into the same one every now and then.
Guy snorting cocaine.
Yeah.
Mick thinks he's got a stuffed nose. He's got some BC powder there or something.
This part was kind of funny.
Yeah. Lots of parts are kind of funny in this movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Classic 80s
Is
cinema.
that a red kitchen setup?
It's like a red oven hood.
I know, but I was looking
Oh
at
yeah,
like,
the counters are red too.
Very interesting.
It doesn't really work for me with the wood countertop though.
They remind me of my least favorite counters in Sims.
You can make Crocodile Dundee in The Sims.
Yup. That makes me think.
I'm guessing
call it
pouring
contemporary.
cocaine in a pot and pouring boiling water over it would ruin the cocaine. Don't have any experience
assume
with
so.
it in either producing it or using it, so
Same.
but,
I know
maybe
very
still get high
little
like
about
that. I don't
cocaine.
know. Yeah, get out.
He definitely has
Well, you might as well
some
now.
opinions. I mean, that's true. It's like, if it's ruined, it's already ruined, so...
If there's anything to be gotten out of it now, that's all you're gonna get. So
Exactly.
maybe that'll be his new favorite way to use his coke.
I guess in theory you could attempt drinking it. I don't know what that would do. I don't think that's something I want to Google either.
You don't want to Google pouring boiling water over cocaine? What effect does boiling water have on cocaine?
Let's find out. I mean, it probably wouldn't be the worst thing I've Googled. What are they drinking?
Martinis.
Okay.
There's it's a martini glass with clear liquid and an olive in it.
I can't
what
see
else
that
would
well.
it be?
I cannot
Vodka.
see that well.
With an olive.
I think a martini is gin and vodka, isn't it? Oh, no, it's gin and vermouth. Oh, there's the dog. Dog is
Dog?
back.
I like dogs.
Back at Walkabout Creek. There's actually a fair number look at all the horses in the background. Yeah, well, you gotta go back to the creek for that. Look, Mick's using his knife for his clothesline.
Yeah.
I mean, it's resourceful,
It says
but what if you
gin
need your
or
knife?
vodka.
Okay. So apparently you can't have vodka in a martini, but still, it's a martini. I didn't ask what alcohol it was made with.
No, what the...
No, actually, I didn't ask either. You did, but I'm just saying, you know what a martini glass is. You know that martinis are usually served with an olive. You know what a dirty martini
I can't really
is?
see the olive.
It's served with an onion instead of an olive.
Why would you put either of those things into a cocktail?
Because?
Just saying, an onion and an olive neither sound good to me. Then the
Okay.
onion just sounds worse.
Nope. Let's lay it out. One of the probably the most iconic scene from this movie. One of probably the top 10 iconic lines in 80s movies at all. These street thugs approach the mask for a light, and then break out a switchblade and your wallet. And she's all, I don't know why she's so scared after seeing what Mick can do, but she's like, Mick, give him your wallet. He's got a knife. And then, that's not a knife. Whips out the Bowie knife. That's a knife.
Yeah. When I was doing my reading and stuff, one of the producers, I believe, actually didn't really care for that line and didn't really want it in the movie. But obviously,
it is the iconic crocodile. Like I said, I would put it up there too with the most iconic lines of 80s movies. It's right up there with "No, I am your father. Get to the chopper. Come with me if you want to live. I'll be back. Hello, my name is Nigga Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die." It is one of the most quoted iconic 80s lines of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say it's up there as the most iconic quoted movie lines of all time, too. I mean, I'm not sure it's top 10, but it's definitely on the list.
Yeah. I'll say the producer that apparently didn't really get that line and stuff originally, but was also quoted having said
Look, they're making out again, and she's still got a boyfriend.
Was also quoted saying that with the
Plus it's
movie,
Trollop.
the only thing he hoped for was to be able to make his money back on it. I think he made his money back on it.
Probably.
This glasses taste good. Probably like the old computer.
It's an old computer.
Yeah.
That's...
Top of the line 1985 technology.
yeah.
Maybe. I don't even know what the budget was. It might be like really cheap. It's top of the line 1982 technology.
I don't know either. It's not a computer that I recognize.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. The shirt he's got, like the blue stripes with the white collar,
Yeah.
and you know sometimes you have like a solid blue with the white collar.
Yeah.
Kind of like those shirts.
Same.
If I was gonna go real formal,
Yeah.
I'd probably rock one of those.
Nice.
Either that or I'd have the white blazer and the sunglasses and the speedboat.
There's two ways this is going.
Just pull up in a speedboat to the party or the premiere or something. Wheels on the speedboat.
Oh my gosh. It would have to be like near the water or something, you know? Host a premiere somewhere near the
Don't
water.
quote me on this because I didn't watch the show, but I think... Was there a pet crocodile in Miami Vice?
I don't know.
Something makes me think that Crocodile Tubbs had a pet crocodile or alligator.
We can find out. I have
Yeah.
handy dandy Google.
I didn't watch.
on this.
I didn't watch Miami Vice. I mean, I was around
neither.
for it, but I was like, yeah. But I know the iconic images from it. Bless you. Don Johnson, who played the heel in Tin Cup that we did commentary for a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the he was Sonny Crockett on Miami Vice.
Nice. Okay, so it's not a crocodile, but there is a pet alligator.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm not crazy.
Its name is Elvis, and it belonged to Crockett.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Don Johnson was Crockett and Tubbs was his partner. I didn't watch the show, so maybe I have the names backwards, but...
Apparently Crocodile Dundee is actually based on a real person.
Yes, it is. And that person tried to sue and lost the lawsuit.
Yeah.
I think they did now.
They are. They were killed in 1999.
Yeah.
Well, way to bring the podcast down.
I apologize. It came up in my readings the other day.
I do think I remember like some of the news magazine shows or something around the time you're like, meet the real Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah. I'm saying yeah, but I was not around.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Every time I hear that song, I think Rugrats.
Rottweilers. Mexican
cute,
charm
though.
them just like the water buffalo.
They're very, very cute. It would have been funny if they just jumped up, though.
What do you mean?
Just thanks for the hand.
Oh, and bit his hand?
Yes.
Like Gator Loki?
Yes.
Oh.
Which a lot of people call Crocodile Loki, and it annoys me.
I'm sorry.
Says the person who called a crocodile.
Crocodile. Now I'm just picturing Loki and Crocodile Dundee guard.
Oh, God.
Nope. Racist dogs.
Very fancy place.
Hey man, newspaper publisher, that used to be the big man. I mean, that's how people got their information for
I know.
years and years and years.
I like big, fancy looking houses and
I
stuff.
like big, fancy houses and I cannot lie.
But also-
when you walk into a real nice foyer.
But also, I question it because there's so much space, and I just sit there like, why do you need all the space?
I just don't-
Literally, why do you need this really random place to sit in the middle of nowhere in your house?
I don't want to clean it all, and I don't want to
That
trust I don't
too.
want to trust somebody else to do it either. Like, did they really clean that well over here?
That too.
I do want enough space to move around and it'd be comfortable with
I mean,
my
yeah.
family and friends. And,
But like, do you just need like big open
but yeah,
rooms
at some
with
point,
no purpose?
at some point, enough is enough.
Do you need a room that is literally holding a plant and a painting?
But then again, if you're gonna host parties like this, at least there's plenty of room for people to move around. You don't have to feel all
Yeah.
crowded. Oh, Daddy
Imagine how
rocking the
social you
ascot.
have to be to throw a party like
How do we
this,
feel about ascots versus ties? That neckerchief thing he's got on there.
It's interesting. I like bow ties personally.
I'm not a bow tie guy. I'm not a tie guy either.
I think they're both nice.
If I wore something around my neck, it would cover up my tattoos. So,
Yes, I would.
buddy, have a drink. Martini again.
Yeah. They apparently like martinis.
Martinis.
How do you feel about martinis?
I've never had one.
Interesting.
I'm not a big gin guy. It tastes like pine syrup.
Well, apparently you can use vodka.
Yeah, I could go for vodka. I tend to like flavored vodka better, but
Well, you can mix it up.
I suppose.
Yeah. What's he wearing in these scenes?
Who, Mick?
Yes.
He's wearing a red shirt with his snakeskin jacket.
Nice.
No vest for the fancy party.
Sad. I found her hairstyle interesting when we watched this the other night.
And 80s high fashion.
I questioned it.
Yeah, well, you know, you weren't there.
Facts. I don't get part of it though. Like, I just don't understand the look. It's like, okay, you did your hair, and then you have the thing. Would you like to explain?
Nope, because I didn't do it or style it. I wouldn't wear it, but, you know.
You were there though.
It
Well, in the 80s, general 80s. You were playing in the woods
you
in
know,
the 80s.
we can explain everything if I wasn't inside watching Crocodile Dundee on VHS. There's a blue suit. Pale
Yes.
blue.
I like blue suits though.
And he's got some white shoes to go with it.
I like the blue suits.
I'm not a big fan of the pale blue suits.
I like all blue suits. Well, I guess I wouldn't like a medium blue, but like a navy or a pale blue.
I like a dark gray or black.
I like suits. I also like brown suits.
You know, I like suits too, but
a beige.
I like to wear less clothing than that. I have too many tattoos to show off.
I mean, I don't know how much I'd wear a suit, but I do like them.
I don't hate them.
Nice.
Dickhead's gonna propose to Sue here.
Yes.
I don't think she actually accepts or declines in this scene.
No, she doesn't say anything. I realized that because they're all excited and cheering, and I'm just sitting there like, she didn't say yes.
I don't know. I think we cut away too before. I think there's ample opportunity that she could have said something.
Maybe. Those candles kind of bothered me.
Why?
Because the flames are like
Artificial?
not moving. I mean, I know,
No,
but
that one's moving.
okay, that one starts
Normal
moving now
light's
that I
definitely
said something. But they're just so still. I'm just sitting here like, that's just annoying. Like, I rarely see candle flames sit that still.
Could be something to do with the frame rate of the film.
Yeah.
Oh, the loved one's moving like crazy now.
Yeah, now. I question these candles.
Could be just, I mean, you're probably not gonna have any fans or air conditioning or anything running either. in the
Yeah.
room, so unless somebody's really close to it, there's not necessarily a lot of breeze.
True. And everything is set up where...
Did she say yes? We were talking over.
No, she didn't say anything. Now that we actually know that she said.
I mean, she accepted the ring,
Yeah.
so I guess that is somewhat of an
Counted.
acknowledgement.
It's an acknowledgement.
Red wine.
It's in like a small glass.
I'm sorry, you like big honking tumblers full of wine?
Yes.
You have seen the wine glass, right? They're not that big. And even the bigger ones, you only fill partially.
Why though? Fill your glass enough. Like fill it like this much.
I know you don't normally go
They're like an
any
inch away
more
from the top.
than...
Dylan is in
Halfway.
favor of full glasses.
Well,
I say fill your cup like an inch away from the top. That's like optimal.
really.
Yes.
Nice. Let's,
It's like if you go any lower, you aren't using the cup to its fullest extent. May as well use a smaller cup.
How do you
So
feel
great,
about
the limo
champagne
driver's a
glasses?
drunk.
Hmm?
The limo driver has alcohol up there.
Facts.
I'm not sure that would make me feel comfortable.
What were you saying?
JVC, Panasonic. Now it's Diet Coke. Brother.
But still Coca-Cola. Is that
Canon.
Sony in the background?
It could be, but I don't see. I see Burger
Like
King.
right above Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Sony.
Yeah.
Panasonic.
Nice.
No, what were you saying?
I said, I was asking how you
McDonald's,
feel
of
about
course.
champagne glasses.
I don't know.
Drinking orange juice out of a
Those are like
champagne
the
glass.
really skinny tall ones. So you put the bubbly
Champagne
stuff
flute,
in.
I believe is referred to.
Once again,
Nice.
fill it like an inch away from the top.
There wasn't that much in the
Maybe
bottle when Gus gave it to him.
Fact.
Mick should have drank some. There's still a couple swallows in there. I don't.
Yeah.
Must be some strong stuff.
I love how I typed in, why do you not fill? And the very first thing is up a wine glass.
You're actually searching that.
Yes.
Now you're spending your Crocodile Dundee night by searching information on wine glasses.
Yes, I need to know about this. I've seen plenty of information on how to properly taste wine. Now I need to know why you're not supposed to fill up the entire glass.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, we got another scene coming up that's somewhat unrealistic. Maybe not the whole scene, but a moment in it. I'm gonna officially label Mick's can toss as the second most unrealistic moment, simply because there's such a crowd of people there and he could have hit any of them. This toss coming up. Oh, he doesn't have his knife. Bummer.
Big bummer.
It's like, alright, big water buffalo, I'm gonna try. Nope. Bam.
It doesn't work
Oh,
on people.
Got caught.
Oh no.
So yeah,
But Carl Winslow's gonna come around the corner and save him here in a minute.
yeah.
And his little parting shot is what is probably the third most unrealistic moment in the movie. I haven't gotten to the most unrealistic moment yet.
That face
Oh,
though.
I'm just gonna stand here
Yeah.
instead of trying to get out of the way. It's a good thing there was all this trash here to break our fall.
Breaks the windshield.
Yeah. But here we go. Carl's gonna, he's Gus in the movie, but Reginald Vell Johnson, he's gonna rip off the piece from the back of the car that's shaped like a boomerang and throw it, and it's going to act like a boomerang.
Yeah.
When he's probably never thrown a boomerang in his life, even assuming that's aerodynamic enough to behave like a boomerang.
Exactly. That was a bit like.
But
He has a
again, there was
hobby
only
of
one
boomerangs,
person down there, so at least better odds of him hitting his target than Nick
Yeah.
in the crowd.
Look, he has a hobby in boomerang throwing, and he has it specifically shaped like that, just in case he needs to use it for self.
It's not really an ornament; it's actually a weapon.
Yes. In case he needs to use it. And he's a practices throwing boomerangs. He's like throwing.
And now the next morning he's reaffixing the ornament,
Of course.
and the windshield's already fixed.
Hey.
How'd you get that done that late at
He
night?
just had a spare windshield.
He knows a guy.
He keeps a spare windshield.
Alright, dude, your information for the wine glass. Apparently, it has to do with flavor, and because you can't swirl it if it's
I
filled.
don't give a shit.
How you like the red shades?
Nice.
Why do you need to swallow it?
I find out that she's gonna put them on before she leaves the building.
Why?
Why do you need them in the lobby there? And if you need them in the lobby, why not have it on when you're talking on the phone? It's not like you need to see into the phone.
Well, because when you hold the phone up to your ear, it's gonna press the thing and be uncomfortable.
How hard do you hold a phone to your ear?
I mean, just slightly can
Very
be
hard.
uncomfortable. And you put it on before you leave, so you're not looking at that sunlight at all.
I mean, I find this odd though that Mick didn't get his knife back.
Yeah.
And I know you can't tell that here, but he's going. He says he's gonna go on walk around the country, and he doesn't have his knife.
Exactly.
I mean, Gus came back to get him. He could have easily gotten his knife out of the limo.
Exactly. I figured that he'd get it. What's called once Gus had shown up, and so then when he didn't have it, I was like, wait, why didn't he just get his knife?
You wouldn't think he'd go walking around the concrete jungle of New York without his knife.
Exactly.
Apparently, he swallowed the wine to smell it better.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ah, so it's all about smelling the
It
wine.
really is.
Because that's what I'm doing with my drink. I was like, tickle my
And if you're
nose.
drinking wine, you are going to smell it.
So it's a crocodile and a baby in Miami Vice suits driving a speedboat with the dumb koala hanging off the back, and the crocodile's holding a wine glass. This is the picture we're painting. You like the red Datsun in the background there?
Couldn't really see it.
I'm not sure it was actually a Datsun.
But I don't
She's got the
sniff my
knife.
drinks.
Where'd the
Really?
shades go?
She didn't have her sunglasses on just then?
Nope.
Got me.
Like, I understand maybe taking them off in the car, but wouldn't she have put them back on before getting
You
out
think
of
so?
the
She should put them on in the lobby.
I guess this is one of those things. You put together this really nice
leaves it-
outfit.
this-
You have to leave the house wearing
This is a
all
cute
of
little
it.
moment, though. Him not having the knife set up because she asked the doorman to hold it for her.
Yeah.
Big deal. And these people in the background. No, we're turning around.
Forget that.
Reasonable.
Okay, anyway, she's going after Mick now, and she's running in heels. There's the most unrealistic part of the movie. Do you really run in heels?
Yes.
Depends. How much have you?
No way.
How can
I've
I
done
start
it.
with heels? It depends.
Me personally, not that much.
If I'm wearing heels and I need to get someplace fast,
She ditched
I'm
some. See,
going
she
to
ditched some
wear
here
them.
though, so
But
she
see,
one
agrees with
faster.
me.
she's wearing the heels that you can just take off. I wear heels that have straps. That's too much effort. I'm just running in the things. Like, I may not run like that in my heels, but I will run in heels.
It's a. I feel like you can run heels as long as you practiced enough. But you can run faster without them.
Yeah, definitely. But it's not necessarily unrealistic to run in heels if you're wearing heels that need to get someplace fast.
I don't think you really run in heels.
No, like I said, you wouldn't necessarily run normally, but it is possible. It is very much a thing. I've done it.
Well, what is running normally as opposed to like flopping your arms around and here I come?
No, I'm saying like if you watch it, the
running in
way
heels.
What is
for the scene.
abnormal running?
the way you pick up your legs and stuff, you might move a little bit differently because you're in heels, and it's going to feel weird to constantly slam that heel into the ground.
The guy in the background's like, I'm just moving on out of here. I'm not part of this. Ah, you deserved it.
Yeah. Big vehicle again.
Where is he? There's too many people here.
I mean,
Yeah.
it is New York.
I don't know. I feel like he probably could have heard her.
Probably. This felt a little more crowded than expected, but pretty normal. Not necessarily normal. Again, never been to New York, but you know.
Yeah. It's just these two random dudes that are paying attention. Everybody else is just going about their business.
Yeah, they're just completely ignoring everything.
This is a cute scene, though.
Yeah.
Nice bit of nice wrap up. What do you want? Don't leave. I'm not gonna marry Richard.
Well,
First guy says, tell him don't leave. She's not gonna marry Richard. Second guy's like, don't leave. I'm not gonna marry Richard.
Very interesting game of telephone there.
Well, okay if you're marrying Richard. Is that even legal here yet?
Right. They're sitting here like, okay, good for you, sir.
Because he's a prick. And there might be something between us.
Well,
I love ya. I love ya. Tomorrow you're only... Everybody just breaks into song. We get a musical number like the end of 40-year-old version.
yep.
Crocodile Dundee the musical.
Oh gosh.
He's coming
Okay,
through.
Mick can't get through. I find it hard to believe that he couldn't get through at all. It's not like there's like a solid wall. I mean, people can either be nice and move out of the way, or you can move them out of the way.
Exactly.
Nah, it's easy to step on the heads.
In theory, that's probably true.
How many heads did he really step on? The people are sticking up their hands to help.
He stepped on a lot of heads.
Yeah,
That guy's
two.
heads.
I see one for sure. Look,
I think
you're not
you see
gonna
two
you're not
for
gonna
sure,
count
at
the
least.
assumed crocodile deaths. You can't count assumed head stepping.
No, but I'm pretty sure there's at least two.
You see a good bit of heads.
I saw one. Show me them. That was a shoulder.
That's
Okay, two
another
heads.
one.
2 heads.
I said two.
Everybody's cheering.
The Caesar walks through
They
the
could just
crowd.
move.
Facts. The fact that she just walks through, but he has to
Oh,
go.
she's a lady. Whoa!
I feel as though-
she's
Look, it's a
I
lady
feel
versus an
as though-
Australian.
A man would have an easier time getting through a crowd,
random.
honestly.
Handshake. It
And
doesn't end with a
The
kiss.
freeze
It
frame.
doesn't end with a kiss in the freeze frame. It ends with him randomly shaking hands with some random person
Yeah.
that you can't even see.
what's with the freeze frame endings?
What's
It's like if it ended.
No, that's an
like
iconic 80s ending right there. But what's with the abrupt endings?
Yeah.
I didn't realize how many 80s movies ended so
Please
abruptly
don't-
until we started taking a look at a lot of them during the podcast this year.
This
It's
is
like
what I have to
even
say.
when Bev ended
When
with
we-
a kiss.
When we watched this, y'all were comparing it to the Karate Kid
It is.
movies,
Karate
which
Kid's
very much
lovely.
do have abrupt endings. I won't argue that. This one didn't feel as abrupt.
I
to
wanna
me,
say-
though. It felt almost fitting.
I want to say Rocky 2, which
I
might
haven't
be
seen.
late 70s, but I think is an 80s movie. I think that's the one that ends with Rocky and Apollo fighting, and they both like go to punch each other at the same time, and I think they just freeze frame
Oh, gosh.
on that. Now I haven't
That's
actually seen
odd.
that, but I've heard people talk about it. So that's the ultra abrupt
Yeah.
late 70s,
said-
early 80s movie ending.
It does feel like, yeah, you could do it differently, a little bit smoother, etc. But it doesn't feel that off to me, you know? It almost feels fitting. Like, it led up to this, it reached it, it's done. You know?
Should we just have an abrupt ending then?
I guess
Pay
so.
tribute to it.
Okay, so freeze frame the audio.